And we're live. What's going on? It's Noah here with Youngblood MMA. And this week, man, we saw some interesting stuff happen. We saw, um, just like people talking about the stuff with Ilya Taporia, stuff with Bryce Mitchell. We saw Dan Hooker had to pull out because of an injury against Justin Gaethje for UFC 313. And we're scrambling around trying to find someone to replace Dan Hooker to fight Gaethje. We're like, what's going on? I was like, we got to see either like Moicano or Fiziev, or I wasn't even opposed to Gamrot. I just thought that was going to be a harder like fight to step in on short notice for Gaethje, considering he was planning to fight Dan Hooker. So I mean, I had a feeling it probably would be Fiziev, and we are going to see Gaethje versus Fiziev 2, the rematch at UFC 313 as the co-main event, and I'm actually stoked. Like the first fight they had at was at UFC 286. It was high paced. It was thrilling. It lived up to expectations, and we saw like right out the gate, like Fiziev showcased his speed and agility. He had some great kicks and punches in round one. Round two, Gaethje came in, started finding his rhythm, and was just pressuring Fiziev, demonstrating power with these awesome kicks. And then you had round three, right? Gaethje proved more durable, more experienced. He just looked fresher. And one of the judges, Paul Sutherland, he even scored round three for Gaethje as a 10-8, which seems like a stretch. I wouldn't ever like recommend scoring around a 10-8 unless someone was like nearly knocked out or finished. And I guess probably he felt after three rounds Gaethje should have won, and he had already scored the first two rounds for Fiziev, and maybe he just wanted to reflect the impact the third round had, while the second was a much closer round that he did score for Fiziev. So I totally get it, but it was a very close fight. It was a very entertaining fight, and we're going to see something probably very similar to it. This is a short notice fight. I won't be surprised if this is just a 3-rounder instead of a 5-rounder, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it at a catch weight, but I don't know. Well, we're gonna find out if it's at like 155 or like 160, 165. But this is gonna be Fiziev's like first appearance in like 18 months since he got knocked out by Mateusz Gamrot. So not a whole lot of time to prep for this rematch, but I imagine that they probably both will be making small adjustments leading into it, probably rewatching their fight, or they've probably been stewing about the fight ever since it happened. Especially Fiziev, I'm sure he really wanted that rematch really bad, and here he is. Now he finally gets his rematch, and I think Fiziev, he's going to need to watch out for Justin Gaethje's leg kicks. Gaethje is going to, regardless, have the clear cardio advantage. He looked better in terms of cardio and energy and durability in their first fight, which was a 3-rounder. And he's been preparing for a 5-round fight with Hooker. He's definitely going to be prepared for this. So there's really nothing Fiziev can do in terms of trying to have the cardio advantage. And, we're going to find out if Fiziev has truly been evolving in the last 12 months. Maybe he pulls out a surprising win. But I am leaning Gaethje right now, especially purely based off of the cardio aspect. And he's just like a marauder. Like, Gaethje finds a way to win, and he like has a more of a will to win, even if he's losing. The longer the fight transpires, so I'm very excited for that. And then we also have a surprise for UFC 314. We have a surprise, and we got Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva. Man, Gene Silva, so soon. We just saw him fight at UFC Seattle, and got a great knockout against Bagdasarian. And man, he's doing this again. He did this last time. Like, he had a fight with, can't even remember who he fought, and then a week later steps in on short notice to fight Drew Dober at the lightweight limit, and it was just incredible. Like, this guy is just insane. And now UFC 314 is absolutely stacked. I really hope that this is not going to be one of the fights that end up falling off. So, quick little knock on wood there. Bryce Mitchell has definitely, I think he's got more ways to win, right? He wins a lot of decisions. He also wins via submission. But Silva is more likely to win via KO than anything else. And I think he'll find that KO. I think he's gonna find that KO. I think it's more likely he finds that KO than Bryce does to win a decision. And I think he's skilled enough on the ground to defend Bryce's takedowns and his ground control tactics. So that's going to be a very entertaining fight. I'm actually probably, oh, is it that one or the next one I'm more excited about? I don't know, but I love Gene Silva. He's definitely in my top 5 favorite fighters. And we also have, dude, Jamahal Hill versus Khalil Rountree fighting for a fight night in Kansas City. I'm pretty sure it's the main event, so we're talking about 5 rounds here altogether. And I'm concerned. I think what's the date on it? April 5th, April 6th, something like that. Like literally like 3 months later after he gets knocked out by Yuri Prohaska, he's going to fight Khalil Rountree. Now, I think that's like way too soon. Dangerous, very dangerous fight for him to take. You know, I do favor Khalil Rountree based on having better kickboxing, better footwork. He's better defensively. He's got better technique. He's got a better like chin right now, and Jamahal could probably benefit from shooting like a takedown or two. You know, I doubt he's going to be shooting a takedown. I think this is going to be a like an all stand up fight, and I think he'll be probably looking to tire Khalil Rountree out. You know, especially if it's a 5-round fight. I know Khalil said that he was not gassed out when he fought Alex Pereira, and the reason that he got knocked out was just simply that he couldn't take Alex Pereira's punches anymore. So I think he probably was a little bit gassed out, and I know there was like a fight or two of Jamahal Hill where he started looking a little tired. I want to say maybe it was what was it? I can't even think about it, but that's why I'm not even factoring that in because I haven't done enough research there. We'll talk about it much more in the future. But I think Jamahal Hill, he's probably, you know, actually he does have better striking accuracy. And then you got Khalil Rountree, probably better defensively. And like I said, just better technique overall. So I'm probably leaning Khalil Rountree. But man, we just got blessed again. We got blessed, and the MMA gods have cooked some more awesome matchups for us. So stay tuned, and I will be putting up my picks and predictions for Manel Kape versus Asu Almabayev up tomorrow. So you'll see this now. By tomorrow morning, I'll have that picks and predictions video. And then just right away, we're going to be getting into the Pereira versus Ankalaev card at UFC 313. So stay tuned for that. I am super excited, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys later.